Hi, Andrew here, kwmwine.com, your favourite place to buy wine and spirits online, of course. Today we're trying Dandelion Vineyards, Lion's Tooth, Shiraz Riesling, which is quite interesting, from McLaren Vale in Australia. So it's a very old blend that is not commonly used anymore, Shiraz Riesling. You've heard of Shiraz Viognier most probably, and you'll see that in like Cote Rôtie and famous wines like Clonakilla in Australia. And there's quite a few others use that blend, but this is the first and only one, to my knowledge, I've seen with Shiraz Riesling. It's a 95% Shiraz, 5% Riesling blend. It's made by woman called Elena Brooks, who's the winemaker, and of husband Czar Brooks, who's supposedly the guy behind this stuff, the bring-ins behind this. So they have access to quite a few old parcels of vines in South Australia, in sort of McLaren Vale, Eden Valley, Barossa, places like that. And they make a nice range of wines. This is the one I've liked the best of them, I must say. The Lion's Tooth Shiraz Riesling from McLaren Vale. It's just that little bit different, that little bit more interesting for me as well, as opposed to just a straight up Shiraz. So how they do it is they ferment the Shiraz, they co-ferment Shiraz and Riesling, but the Riesling is Riesling skins, and they co-ferment it with the Shiraz in open top fermenters for about 2 weeks, I believe. And what that does to the final wine essentially is help the aromatics and give it more natural acidity, as opposed to having to add so much acids to the finished product to get it to balance. There'll still be a bit of that, of course, but maybe just have to use less and becomes a bit more natural to the flavour. So on the colour, it's inky deep, as you might expect a Shiraz from McLaren Vale to be. Shiraz dominant. Like, I'm swirling this from here and I can smell it coming out of the glass. It's such powerful aromatics, it really is. Nice bright ruby colour. Chocolatey, sweet blackberries. You get a slight, almost juniper note to it or something. That sort of maybe slight floral tone. Just quite interesting. That's probably the Riesling coming through in this, I would imagine. Nice. Palate is delicious in that. Really opulent. It sort of coats your mouth, but then has a nice acid to clear out. It's quite a bit of grip to it, quite a bit of alcohol to it as well, 14.5%. But it's just that texture in the mouth. It is beautiful, really nice. Sort of chocolate, black fruit flavors. Alcohol comes through as a bit of on the finish with a bit of sort of black pepper spice as well. But really delicious bottle of wine. Not expensive, it's sort of 13, 14 quid at this point. It drinks really, really well. If you're going to have some red meat of any sort, particularly like a ribeye or something, a bit of pepper in there, nice match, so it would be. Yeah, absolutely. Highly recommend. I sell quite a bit of this to people through the door of the shop, and they come back and think it's class. So what more does that you want to know from that, I suppose? It's well worth a try if you've never tried it, or if you're just curious to see what Riesling does in a Shiraz blend, it's well worth a look. So, Dandelion Vineyards, Lion's Tooth of McLaren Vale. Remember, kwmwine.com, please reduce matters. Cheers.